Kimberly, and it's cocktail time. You have joined the Tickle Pink Events channel on our quest for 25 cocktails in 25 days. And today I'm super excited to make for you a tradition that I've been doing for probably about the last 10 years or so. And it is making eggnog from scratch. Yes, I know you can go to the store, buy a carton, and be done with it. And I'm no problem with that. And sometimes during the season I do this too. But one time a year, I encourage you to just try and make it from scratch. It tastes different, and once you've had it, you really won't be able to go back to store-bought. But it is a lot of effort. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It does take a little prep. But again, it's worth it, and your friends and family will be amazed. Also, another note. There is raw eggs in this and a lot of alcohol. So this is not child-friendly, pregnant woman-friendly. But if those aren't your, roadblocks, then you feel free to enjoy this amazing eggnog. So less talking, more nog making. Let's get to work, guys. All right, so to get started, I have 6 egg yolks in a bowl. And as you can see, they're really thick in consistency, ribbon-like. I already beat them off camera just to save some time. So with my 6 egg yolks, I am now going to add superfine sugar gradually while whisking. Superfine sugar is important here because it dissolves quickly, unlike regular granulated sugar, so please get that because it'll make your life a lot easier and make sure the sugar dissolves into the egg yolks. So now we're going to whiskey these in, and you can see now it's super thick. You can barely, it's almost made a paste. So next we go ahead to loosen this up with 2 cups of whole milk. And you want whole because this is a rich recipe. So we're just going to slowly whisk in the whole milk. And now you see the egg yolks loosen up, things become liquidy, and we're building a custard essentially. So we whisk, whisk, whisk. I try to get the sides to make sure we get all of that sugar off the side and make sure everything's really well incorporated. After that, we are going to add 3/4 cup heavy cream. So we just pour this in like we did the milk, slowly whisking in, and you just get that all together. And so we have a custard. We have sugar, we have eggs, and heavy cream. You can make ice cream out of that. So basically, eggnog is drinkable custard. Now with that, we add the booze. And there is a lot of alcohol. I have a big measuring cup with all the alcohol in it, and it is 1.5 cups bourbon, 1/4 cup dark rum, a cup of cognac, and I think that's about it, but that should be enough. I put it all in this so we could just pour it in, and I will have the recipe for this listed below. Need to switch hands, and we're just going to incorporate the alcohol. And the funny thing is the alcohol is actually the flavoring of the eggnog. No other spices are really incorporated, so use good quality alcohol, but this is your flavoring. This gives it that classic eggnog flavor. Now, I'm going to pour it into my punch bowl. And we're just going to put this right here. Bring this to me. It's easier to do the finishing touches in the bowl. So we're just going to pour that in carefully. And then I want to take my little spatula to make sure we get all the good stuff out. Make sure it's all comes out. Okay, got that. And next, we are going to fold in the egg whites. So I separated 6 eggs, and now we are going to fold in the egg whites that are at a stiff peak. You see they're like completely stiff. So we're going to put that in, and it kind of makes it a little cloud. Oop. And then we're going to fold in the egg whites. We're not going to stir because stirring will cause them to deflate, and we won't have that airy texture to the nog. So we're just going to fold these in, and it's not going to completely be incorporated. It is going to have that like cloud-like consistency, so don't stress, but we just want to make sure we fold them in as best as possible. And I know this looks a little weird, but trust me, it is delicious. So after the folding, just kind of keep going here. Now I'm going to add whipped cream, heavy whipped cream. Now this goes in as well. And you want it stiff. Again, whip it to stiff peaks. Be careful not to turn it into butter. And now we fold that in a little bit. And you want to keep doing this so that everything goes from the bottom to the top, and all that cream gets mixed in there. And this makes it rich and thick and also a little cloud-like. So you will be able to indulge in this really decadent holiday favorite. Now, we've got everything in, and the finishing touch, just so people see the spices and it makes it look festive, is we have freshly grated nutmeg that we grate over the top. You just want to make sure you get a good covering all over. Gives it the pretty flecks. And voila, you have homemade eggnog. And really, it's a lot of pieces, but it's pretty simple to make. It's just a little time consuming. So for your next holiday gathering, I suggest you make eggnog. We make it every year at my house. Everybody always loves it. And here's another tip. Whatever's left over goes amazing in your coffee the next morning. So when you wake up and you just want a little morning treat, put a little homemade eggnog in your coffee and I swear your day will be made. So let's give it a try. Got my little ladle. We'll need a little more than that. Come on, it's Christmas. Okay, and we're gonna take a sip. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, wishing you all well. Cheers, everybody.